Welcome to Outbound Labs by Predictable Revenue, where we share the results of our prospecting experiments, what we learned along the way, and what it means for your team. Hey everybody, I'm Colin.
And I'm Lavinia.
And today we are continuing to talk about LinkedIn, like we're never going to stop. But one of the things that we found on LinkedIn is we're starting to see some really good results, lots of responses on LinkedIn. But I hate LinkedIn messages. I'm just bad at it. I don't have the LinkedIn app on my phone, which I know I should. If I was prospecting full time, I probably would. But even going into the LinkedIn messages sort of area, things are always getting mixed up. My notifications are always showing for LinkedIn Sales Nav, even though it's actually in the LinkedIn messages. Conversations are very easy to get lost. And if you're having a ton of conversations, it's chaotic in there. I think I'm just used to, as somebody who's done a lot of prospecting, I'm used to the sort of flow of booking a meeting in my inbox. Mm-hmm. So what are we talking about today?
So today we're looking at ways to reduce that amount of time it takes to confirm a meeting without compromising the conversion rate. So as you were saying, email, it's super straightforward. You reach out to a prospect, they say they want a meeting time, you've got their email, you've already got times, they're going to be checking their emails regularly. It's pretty straightforward. Maybe 2 emails back and forth, 2, 3 if it's on a bad day. But you know what? You can get through it pretty quickly. LinkedIn, on the other hand, a whole different ballgame. So we're looking at how we can reduce that amount of time taken per meeting booked without reducing the number of meetings booked.
Excellent. Because basically, I think people live in their inboxes, but it's variable whether, like, how much time people actually spend on LinkedIn.
Yeah, completely.
Cool. So how are we going about doing this test?
So we looked at the difference between sending a placeholder when a prospect said they wanted a call.
Placeholder being Tuesday at 2 o'clock?
Yeah, exactly.
Or like a Calendly?
A Calendly.
Okay.
So it was we waited, so we set up one campaign for this, and where we split our control and our experiment campaign was when prospects said yes, they wanted a call. So then that's when we would alternate between one, sending a Calendly placeholder. We would get their email from one of the data providers. So you know what, 90% of prospects are going to have an email out there that you can find on one of the many data providers. Pop them an email into their calendar. Obviously do it at social time. Check what time zone they're in. Don't set it up for 5 o'clock Pacific when you can then see they're based in New York, because that's never going to happen. So have a bit of a look around, see what time zone they're in, ping them a calendar invite.
Oh, so a calendar invite, not sending a Calendly link.
No, a full calendar invite.
Okay, sorry, I misunderstood you before. Yeah. Cool.
So send them full calendar invite, reply to their message saying, sounds great, I've sent a placeholder for a time to, and then put the email address you sent it to. Let me know if you'd like to reschedule, or you can reschedule in the calendar link in the invite. So that was one way. So all you were doing, that was one message. So I haven't suddenly gone back and forth saying, here are some times, which one suits you. You have to follow up with them again when they don't reply. Then if they don't give you their email address, then you're going back and forth trying to get their email address again. And it comes back to, people live in their inboxes, but we don't know how much time they spend on LinkedIn. And you know what? If they check it like once a day, once every couple of days, that's going to take you a long time to confirm that meeting. So that was the one side of it. The other side of it, we just did it that classic way, did the back and forth, sent over suggested times, and then looked to get their email.
Out of curiosity, how many back and forths are you seeing? And I know this is sort of, we didn't actually count, but anecdotally.
Yeah. Ballpark, I would say it can take at least 3 each way to actually confirm a time and get an email address. It's not unusual, if not more. If you're sending times and if you're following up and if they don't give you the email address, don't get me wrong, some people are very social. They send you a time, they send you an email address, done. But majority of the time, you're sending at least 2 follow-ups confirming. So, and
then if they only check LinkedIn once a day, then you sort of stretch that out. Instead of booking something on a single day, you're stretching it out over a couple of days. And I guess every day that you stretch, it sort of reduces the chance that they're actually going to confirm on that meeting.
Completely. And that's really what we're looking to try and reduce. So,
cool.
So far, we've launched 2 experiments with this, and we found that sending a placeholder compared to confirming the time has exactly the same conversion rate and exactly the same outcome for the meetings we're looking to book. So we found that even if you go back and forth with a prospect, I'm sure you guys will know this, it's not unfamiliar. Even if you confirm a time and a date and you know their email address, doesn't mean they're going to show. So that was one thing. So we had an equal drop-off rate on both sides. What I do want to point out here is still, we've done this in 2 experiments. Lots of data points. We need lots of data to really draw any properly meaningful conclusions. But so far, it looks like we can save a significant amount of time by sending over a placeholder calendar event. Obviously, let them know what time, let them know the email address. They know, they kind of said they're interested in the meeting, and then they can also reschedule. But you're then saving, 2 to 3 follow-ups per prospect to confirm that meeting that, isn't even improving the chances that they're going to show.
I love this tactic. I used to do this when I ran our inbound, and I was solo founder. We were getting a ton of inbound, and I would reply. I would send people 2 calendar invites is actually how I would do it, and say, hey, just accept the one that works best for you. We tried this on cold lists, and the responses were abysmal. Like, not even worth putting through Outbound Labs. Like, I want to say we tried it with like 20, and 20 out of 20 were like, F you, take me off your list. Like, how dare you throw something in my calendar? It was worth a try. But if you're one of those 20 people we pissed off, sorry, we did it in the name of trying to find a better way. But this is really clever because you've already got that buy-in. You've already had a conversation with them. And you've got the agreement for the meeting, which I think is the most important piece. It's just a matter of like, okay, they've agreed. Now we're moving to scheduling.
Exactly. And that's what we're all about, trying to get those meetings, reduce the amount of time it takes to get the meetings. So it works really well. But as we're saying, it's still early days. We're still testing this. We're doing more experiments. If you guys are interested in trying it out as well, you can ping us. We have some nice experiment doc kind of templates that just outline all the important points that we and the rest of the team here use when we're setting up experiment. So if you'd be interested in seeing that, let us know and we can send it to you, and then you can set up your own experience, and we'd love to hear how you get on.
Yeah. And especially if you have a team and we can share this with you and you can get this spread across the team, love to get you on the show and have you come and share the results with us.
Yeah, you could be our first guest.
Yeah, there you go. So if you want to be on the show, ping Lavinia, ping myself on LinkedIn or email. It's pretty easy to guess our email addresses. There's nothing too complicated there. And just hit us up and let us know.
Yeah.
As always, before we go, what are we going to try next?
That's a really good question.
You don't know?
No.
Well,
suggestions. This is a good segue. Yeah. If you guys have anything that you've been thinking about that's come up when you've been watching these videos, or when you've been going about LinkedIn, or even email or other ways of outbound, let us know. We'll set up some experiments and then we'll wrap them up nicely in a bow in one of these videos.
Fantastic. Well, thanks so much. And as always, if you want to get notified when a new video comes out, hit the subscribe icon and then the bell icon, which I'm pointing here. It's probably not there. It could be over here. I don't really know where it is. I can't see it. You're in YouTube, not me. You might even be on LinkedIn. Who knows? But click those so we can annoy you with a notification when we launch a new video, because obviously this is the most important thing going on in your world, sarcasm. And we'd love to make sure that you get a chance to see them all. So hit that notification icon and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
See ya.